A book.
Right here. You gonna get those autographs?
Yeah.
All right. You know what to do in 3, 2, 1.
Stop.
Someone yells go. No, it stopped. Ludacris took that 43%.
Rollout is the video that we will see, but let's start up the next one. It's everyone loves bunnies, right? Except when they're moments. Alexei Yagudin will be right here, right here. He's in the green room. He's probably watching us right now. Let's wave. Everybody wave to him. He's probably watching in the green room. That's happening soon. But first, let's take a phone call. It's Jeremy, all right? I believe Jeremy from Surrey, right? Watch a triple sow cow. A triple nut. Okay, single nuts and sow cow. So I'm not a figure skater.
Muchmusic.com. It's time for the third Votomatic. This was sent in from Terry Phillip. Just bent over and said, I'm in pain.
That hurts. Imagine doing that on skates.
Imagine if you knew what you were doing.
Imagine that. Well, we're going to find out all about the sow cows, Lutzes, and everything with Alexei Yagudin, who's coming out very, very soon. But first, we have to get to Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
The second Votomatic. Tainted Love, right here. Tainted Love right there. Marilyn Manson right here, though. More importantly, Alexei Yagudin. How are you, my friend? Nice meeting you as well. This is a pleasure having you in the Much Music. They love you.
I know, it's amazing. Thanks.
Wow. They're just here for you. You know that.
That's why I like Canada a lot, because all the time people are amazing here for me.
They come out to support you, and they're really into what you do.
I know, that's why I choose to do Stars and Ice Skate Nation Tour this year in Canada, because I know how people support me all the way.
Talk about Stars on Ice now. Talk about the cast. It's not only you, is it?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for me to share the ice with Kurt Brownie and Brian Norris or Christy Maguchi and other skaters, because they've been in that pro career for so many years. So I have a great chance to learn something else from them. And it's just a small cast of the people, and we're all so close, we're all friendly. That's what makes our tour amazing.
I tried a triple Lutz just a little while ago. I hurt my back.
Actually, I've seen you on TV
It was
back
terrible,
there, yeah.
wasn't it? We shouldn't be calling that a triple Lutz. That was more like a disaster. Triple.
But at least it's not that slippery here, and then compared to the ice. No,
right
it's
here.
not.
So it's harder on ice, obviously, with skates on.
Actually, yeah.
How do you work up something like that? Like, obviously, years and years of training.
That's actually, that's a professional secret. If I will tell you, then you basically can be a skater.
But I can win the gold medal.
I know, who knows? That's life.
That's just like the Colonel's recipe, right? We can never get that recipe again. Gold medal winner at the past Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City.
I know that. I still can't believe that actually that happened to me, and that's why I couldn't hold my tears in the kiss and cry area, because I just finally realized how hard my way was to get to the Olympics and finally to get my performance the way I wanted it to be, and that's what they all dream about.
Yep, they dream about it, they strive for it, only one is allowed to walk away with it.
I know, if you would ask any of the skaters, they would give everything, all the titles, just to get the Olympic gold.
Is that right? What are you doing with your gold medal right now? Where is it?
It's funny, I mean, I slept with my gold medal for first 5 days. Yeah, like with baby, I know. And then kind of I got tired of my medal, so it slowly went to my pocket, in my jacket, and then now it's in the box, in the nightstand in my apartment back in the United States.
Nice. And you say the United States, you're now living in America, in Connecticut? You've been here
I have no idea where I live, because I'm always on the road, so basically, yeah, I live in the United States right now.
Last Saturday in Hamilton, this coming Wednesday, I think you're going to be in Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah, we're flying tomorrow to Winnipeg.
Okay, cool. Winnipeg people in the house, let them know that what they can expect.
Well, just a few skaters are going to be there for the show, and it's going to be fine and great.
Getting back to that gold medal performance, now, was there, because the controversy was going on at the time with the French judge, did that overshadow what you had accomplished in a way?
You know, I was for sure that you're going to ask me about the judges' controversy. It's been like such a popular question lately. I don't care about the judge, and I mean, my opinion that you have to be like twice better than the others, so there's going to be no doubts about your winning.
Being a figure skater, and when you perform a perfect skate, you know, people throw flowers and stuffed animals, whatever it may be. Do you ever wish for anything else that they throw it on the ice? Is there anything else that you would like them to throw it on the ice for you, or is it just flowers and stuffed animals?
You know, actually, I didn't expect once, but I've got the gold watch at the Europeans like a few years ago, so that was unexpected, but still...
a Rolex. Someone just tossed
No,
a Rolex?
it wasn't Rolex. I think it was...
Omega.
I don't remember that.
Card
I've
shape.
got so many watches, so it's back at home, but it was unexpected. And but the best thing is just to skate in Japan because the Japanese people are like amazing. It's like no one can skate after me in Japan because the ice is full of roses and toys and other stuff.
Wow, it takes them like hours just to clean up the ice surface.
And and then I just send them to the hospital, the nearby.
On your website, you teach people Russian. Is this true?
You know,
There's
it's a funny story,
there's an
but
area?
between the skaters, I mean, between us two, the first thing what we learn is about the words, because usually the practices, especially the competition, there are so many different skaters, and then we miss the jumps, so of course we say something bad. So that's the first thing what we learned, but I can teach wherever you want.
Okay, can you teach me this? Sometimes those skating outfits give you a wedgie.
Do you really want to know that?
Yeah, I'd like to know how to say that in Russian. That sometimes those skating outfits give
Okay,
you...
sometimes inogda.
Inogdat.
Okay.
Okay.
Figures. Those figure skating outfits.
Inogdat.
Inogda. Okay, I'm on a tour right now, and there are no Russian people on this tour, so I forgot how to say Russian words.
Plus, you've been in the States for a few years, too.
Okay,
so.
let me teach you something
Or
else.
I have an easier one. I have 3 + 3 = 6, except in France. How about 3 + 3 = 6? Or this one. Here's another choice. Here's another option. Last week, I photocopied my ass.
Okay.
Last week, I photocopied my ass?
На прошлой неделе, на прошлой неделе я сфотографировал, okay, wherever, мою задницу.
Мою носицу?
Задницу.
Exactly. There you go right there.
Exactly.
Alexei, you're good. And more with Alexei after the commercial break. We're here on Much On Demand. Come on back and join us. Thanks. Woo!
Alexei Yagudin is on demand. We're online right now at muchmusic.com. At your website, you keep online journals.
Yeah, I do.
So what's that like, sharing your diary with the world?
It's also, I think it's really important for the fans just to know what's going on inside of me and how I feel right before the events or right after.
Today, On Demand is behind-the-scenes day, so I have a couple insider questions for you, stuff maybe, the average person doesn't know. I've been told that there are some pretty crazy rules with figure skating. So I want to know if you could share with us some of the crazy rules that we might not know.
Well,
Be it on the ice. Like, I remember I had a friend who took skating, and she said you couldn't wear bobby pins because they might fall off, and I thought that was a really odd
I think
rule.
the most important rule when you're on the ice, just look around. And because sometimes there are so many, when you're not alone, when you're like in a group sharing the ice with someone else, just be careful. And the worst thing is just to share the ice with the ice dancers because they never like look at around them. So
Someone might trip you or hit you without even realizing it? Is that what you mean?
Sometimes it even gets to the traffic on the ice because they always wants to go first.
But back to the rules, in terms of what you can wear and what you can't wear, what are the rules like?
So far, if you're wearing something, that's fine.
Okay, as long as you're wearing something? As a male figure skater, do you think men are starting to feel the pressure to make skating even more sexier? Because the women have that pressure for sure.
Well, I don't really care. I know that we have to combine two things because we're not in track and field sport when you have just to cross the finish line. And if you're first, you're first. We're really close to the ballet, so we have to combine two things. Like you have to try to be an artist on the ice plus to do the hard element. So that's my opinion about figure skating. But I know how sexy it can get. But sometimes we try to be more sexy at the shows.
I want to ask you about your skates. Is there one pair that you always wear?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And I guess I'm the only person in the figure skating world who never sharpened his blades. I mean, the last time I sharpened them was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So how can you skate on dull blades? Aren't you always supposed to have the sharpest skates?
I have no idea. Maybe I just know how to skate.
That could be it. I think so. You've been described as a rock star of ice skating. I want to know, what are the similarities and differences between what you do and what a musician does in a band? Why do you think you have that title?
I know how close I can get to a rock band, but I'm not that familiar with the U.S. music. But I know a lot Russian music, but I just can't. I just like to be a figure skater, and I don't really want to compare myself with something else.
Okay, you mentioned music. How do you decide what music you're going to perform and ice dance to? Who picks that? Do you work with a coach?
Actually, you know what? I independent my coach opinions because she's been in figure skating for like 50 years, so she knows way better than me. And I'm just a young guy who always wants something new. But once we had such a great story how we picked the music for this year's short program. One of my coaches, he went to the Virgin store in New York and he'd been listening to the music for 4 days in a row, but he couldn't find what he wanted. One of the guys who worked at that store, he helped him, and that's how we found the music. So
And which song was that?
it's the Bond, name's Bond, the second track, Winter.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you were a movie fan, because so many of the songs you've danced to are from films.
I know, my coach, she kind of forced me to watch the movies, so at least to know what do you do, what do I have to do on the ice, and it's really important. Like, for example, this year, Man the Iron Mask, I watched the movie, I've got the whole thing, what's in that movie, and so I knew how to present myself on the ice, I knew what I'm skating about.
We're going to turn around right now. Rick has an audience question.
Alexei, Elizabeth has a question right here. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
My question is, like other figure skaters like Elvis Stoiko and Tara Lipinski and Katerina Witt have gone into film and television, and just to follow up to the question you just asked, have you thought of pursuing something like acting or television, like the other figure skaters I mentioned? Like Elvis done Death to Smoochie, so.
Well, I guess I just done the hardest part of my work. I've done the competitive season. I'm not turned pro, but, you know, any day is different. I mean, today I'm in the much more music, and then tomorrow I have no idea where I'm going to end up. But why not? Why can't we try something different? I mean, I'm really glad that Tara, like, she was acting a little bit, so it's their opinion, like, we'll see what's going to be in the future.
Okay, we're going to look at this camera right over here. Again, we're online at muchmusic.com. We need to end the vote-o-matic. If you'll help us out in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, guys, stop voting.
All right. You put an end to that one. Lincoln Park took it in the end right now on demand.
Thanks.
In the end, Lincoln Park right there, we're standing right now with the hottest man on ice, Alexei Yagudin right here. And one thing we didn't talk about earlier, the NHL playoffs are going on right now. Who do you think is going to win the cup?
We're in Toronto right now, so
Yes.
okay, I'll go for Toronto Maple Leafs, but...
Is that the way it works with you? You jump around from city to
He'd
city?
be attacked otherwise. Come on.
Okay, I'm for Canadians.
You like Montreal?
For the Canadian, yeah, Montreal,
Canadians, all the
Ottawa,
Canadians.
and Toronto. So we'll go for them.
Let's talk about now NHL skaters compared to like figure skaters. In terms of skill and talent, who do you think the better skater is?
Of course we are.
Of course we are.
There is no question about that. But you know what? They just, when they're tired, they can just go and sit and just rest a little bit. For example, in the middle of the program, I can't just say, okay, you know what, judges, I will go just to sit. I'm just tired a little bit. So, and
Do you ever play
That's a
hockey?
good point.
oh, I did, yeah. When my coach kind of didn't go to the practice, so I was always like playing hockey with the paper puck, but it wasn't that real. But still, it's a nice game to play.
See, my team didn't make the playoffs, so I can't go for Dallas anymore. So I'm like you. I'm going to go for the Canadian teams. Ottawa, Toronto, or Montreal. Whoever wins, wins.
Wanted to also know what you think is maybe like more fun about regular figure skating. Because people are always like, they want to get into hockey, and I think there's misconceptions of figure skating. So what do you think one of the most fun parts of what you do?
I think I'm really glad that I had a chance, like being in figure skating, to watch the whole world, to see the whole world, and I just like traveling and be around the world. So that's, I think, the most fun part.
Right now, Alexei, thanks for coming in. Let's thank Alexei, everybody, for coming
Thanks.
in.
Thanks,
Great having you here. Tomorrow, boy band out of the UK, Blue, will be here on Much On Demand. Make sure you tune in. Alexei, thanks again.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.